A minor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the I Like That podcast with your host, Jordan Quattlebaum. Hi, guys, what's going on? Welcome to my new project I'll probably not keep up with, but if I do, then haha, got y'all. But welcome. This is my new podcast called I Like That, which if you guys can't tell by the title, I'm only going to talk about things that I like, but I only get 20 minutes to talk about it. So yeah, anytime that there's a topic of discussion I want to talk about, I'm going to bring it here. But again, I only get 20 minutes to talk about it, keeping it short, wrapping it up. So let's just jump right into it. And if you guys have topics of discussion you want me to talk about, if it's something that I like, I'll talk about it. So yeah, here goes the first episode, which I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl with Kendrick Lamar. All right. So we all seen it. Shit's crazy, right? Like it was insane. Kendrick killed it. Awesome. But there's a lot of things to dissect with his performance and everything that happened. It was insane. So as you guys know, Kendrick came, he saw, he conquered. And he completely murdered Drake, like straight up. He already murdered. That's what's why I like this. Okay, this is. I hate to be petty, but it needs to be said. So Kendrick Lamar and Drake were having this beef. He made a diss track, completely murders Drake. Right, murders him. Like he buried him, and then pissed on his fucking grave. And then have his girlfriend his ex-girlfriend, come and fucking crip walk on his fucking grave. And that's still not enough for Kendrick Lamar. This dude made millions of dollars off of this beef with Drake, making this song, as he fucking should. Got over, I think it was 5 Grammys? 5 Grammys. And he got to do a Super Bowl halftime show and do said diss track. Like, I honestly am kind of worried for Drake. Because it's like, what do you do? You know what I mean? Like what do you do? Genuinely, there's nothing he can do. Nothing at all. How do you live your, like, if it were me, there's only 2 options for me. I don't like saying this, but this is what I would personally do if I was Drake. Like, personally. Number 1, I would leave the country, change my name, quit music, go into hiding. That's number 1. If I legitimately couldn't do that, I'm dying. Like, I'm getting on a boat and just driving into the ocean and see where it fucking takes me. Because how the fuck do you come back from that? Generally. Like, I haven't heard one positive thing about Drake during all this stuff. No one is on Drake's side. It's like 95% Kendrick, 5% Drake. But even then, it still might be more than that because I haven't heard one person stick up for Drake at all. It's insane. So insane. So, it's like, what do you do? Like, genuinely, what the fuck do you do? What is Kendrick, not Kendrick, what is Drake supposed to do? Kendrick is a monster. Like, dude, the way he looks in the camera, we all know this, we all seen it. He looks in the camera like, hey, Drake. Like, and you know Drake was watching it. You know he was watching it. That's what's insane about this whole thing. You know Drake was there watching the Super Bowl. My question is this. Do you think Drake was alone when, like, watching the Super Bowl? Or do you think he went to a party? Because all of us kind of go to parties and shit during the Super Bowl. He's famous, right? Like, what do you do? Like, genuinely, what the fuck is he supposed to do? It's wild. I don't have any ill will towards Drake. Personally, like, the only thing is if all the accusations about him talking to minors, like, go fuck yourself. genuinely. But of course, I don't want to wish death or anything upon anybody. But it's like, fuck, man. Like, I think this is like one of the most craziest beefs that's happened in a very, very long time. Like, since like NWA and fucking Ice Cube and shit. But even then, I believe they had like there was two sides, like not a 50-50 split. I know a lot of people were kind of on more on Ice Cube's side, if I'm not mistaken. I wasn't alive during then, so sorry if I have this wrong. But I just feel like there's so much more hate towards Drake than there is towards Kendrick completely. And just justifiably so. I've always thought Kendrick was amazing over Drake. I'm sorry, Drake. I liked your work in Degrassi. That's kind of messed up because he gets shot. But it's insane. Like I literally, I'm happy to make this topic of discussion the first topic of my I Like That podcast because like the beef is just beautiful. It's beautiful. Like I just feel like there's no going back for Drake. You know what I mean? Like I'd be scared to be a rapper and have beef. You know what I mean? Like look at like fucking Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem, right? Like Machine Gun Kelly poked the bear and the bear fucking bruh, you know, like, and it was game over. He was still able to recover because he stopped talking about it. But I don't know. I just think rap beefs are fucking crazy. Like I'm a comedian and comedians can have a lot of beef towards each other, but a lot of us are able to like stand our ground because we're comedians. We write, we know how to roast people and stuff here and there. But it's like, I don't know. Like I feel like if I had a beef, like a comedy beef with like a bigger comedian and they just kept ripping me apart and everyone was just picking their side, it's like I would have to quit comedy. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Drake like getting booed like a few times at his last few shows? Like he's not even able to do his own fucking shows anymore because of all this shit. I just think it's wild. It's insane. And I like this beef. I feel bad. You know what I mean? Like I feel bad that I do like how it's just I just find it so satisfying when a beef gets started and someone's able to just fucking end it. You know what I mean? And then you think that they're done. Like you think, wow, here's the process of the Kendrick like Drake beef, right? He made the song, right? That's all Kendrick was trying to do. He was responding. Song blows up and becomes one of his best fucking songs. Wow. It's like a nail in the coffin. You're done. No. He wins so many fucking Grammys. So many Imagine Drake had to watch, you know he was watching the Grammys. And you know he was watching the Super Bowl. That sucks. Like a lot of us love to watch these events to just see, oh, who won? Oh, you're with your friends and family. Yeah, do you think they're going to get who's going to get the Grammy this year? Oh, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this year? Kendrick ruined it for Drake. Drake can't enjoy it. He had to watch a song about him being called a pedophile win 5 Grammys, and he just had to sit there and watch it. Like, that's hilarious. It's like, don't be a pedophile. You see why it's so great. So you're like, all right, he fucking already bodied Drake. Then he gets 5 Grammys. This dude's a fucking pimp. God, he's winning. He's fucking winning. And then he gets the Super Bowl. He gets to do the Super Bowl. Like, if I would have been Drake and saw the news that fucking Kendrick got it, I would have been, Sorry, my cat literally, I think she's worried because I'm like wild up. Say hi, Karma. You're in the first episode of I Like That. Yeah. And I like you. Oh, until you put your ass in my face. You're going to see that a lot on my podcast is cat ass. So make sure you watch the video version on my YouTube channel. That way you guys can actually see my reactions and shit. I totally lost my train of thought. That's something you're going to learn on this podcast is I am very I have a lot of like very bad attention deficit, ADHD, shit like that. So I lose my train of thought very fast. But yeah, guys, like it's honestly insane. I generally it was just a body, dude. Like number one song, getting all those millions for that song, having stadiums say A minor, having the Super Bowl say A minor, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel bad in a way for Drake. But also, don't be a pedophile, you know? Like, it's not that hard. Don't be a pedophile. Don't talk to kids. And also, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Drake, like, try flirting with, like, fucking 11 from Stranger Things? Isn't that a thing? I don't know. But, guys, like I said, we keep it short on this podcast. 10 to 20 minutes each episode. That's all I really got to say. Kendrick, GOAT, dude. I thought it was awesome performance. And yeah, that has been the I Like That podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave some topics for us to talk about. And that's all, guys. Thank you so much. Karma, what do you have to say? All right.